Alright, so you've got your Glock 42 380 auto, the new 2014 very tiny pistol from Glock, and you want to carry it, but you're looking for just the right holster. So you may be making do with one of those nylon one size fits many type of holsters, and maybe that's adequate, or maybe you've had someone make you a leather holster, but you're still kind of looking for that perfect fit carry holster for the Glock 42. Well, if you are still looking for a holster for your Glock 42, look no more, because here is a perfect solution. This is the new Multi-Elite line from Multi-Holster. All Kydex. Multi-Holster is one of my favorite holster companies. They're kind of a go-to company for, they're still the only ones that have really given the Walther PPQ line, really good support, especially for the 5-inch. They were the first ones to have a Glock 41 holster, and now they've got a new line that they're introducing called the Multi-Elite, and I have a Multi-Elite here for the Glock 42. So I thought this would be a great way to show this new holster. Okay, so for starters, the very first thing you notice is that this holster is an absolute perfect fit to the gun. Every contour, every line, every bump on the gun, it fits in this holster exactly. And it fits in it really well. I mean, it's not a struggle to get in or out. The retention is good, and you do have retention adjustment available via these 2 screws. This holster represents absolute top quality design and manufacturing. This is Kydex holster making at its best. Again, we have adjustable tension. If you want to make the tension tighter or looser, you can just tighten or loosen these 2 screws, and you can see there are rubber grommets. That not only gives you spacing, but it also gives you a nice quiet holster. There's no squeaking and creaking of the Kydex in this holster. And you also notice that with the belt clip, there's also rubber grommets in place to keep that quiet. There's a really high sight channel on this holster, very adequate. If you were to replace your front sight with a higher aftermarket front sight, no worries about it fitting. I'd be amazed if you found a sight high enough that it wouldn't fit in this sight channel. We can kind of see it from the front. See how much space you've got there. Now, unlike a lot of Kydex holsters that you find, they have sometimes a bit of rough edges. They almost look like maybe they were cut with a pair of tin snips and then sort of sanded smooth. This holster has beautiful edges all the way around. They're nice and smooth and sculptured. I'm not in the industry, so I don't know what you'd call those. I don't know what the industrial term is for the way those edges are, but it's almost like you would think of a rolled edge or a folded edge on metal, but it's just a really nice smooth edge. Very, very professional. Now on the inside part of the holster, you have full coverage for your slide. So this Kydex is going to protect the slide from your body. That's its purpose, is to keep skin moisture away from getting on the slide of your gun. It also helps you when you reholster, because you can use that to sort of guide the muzzle of the gun down into the holster. This particular holster comes with a 15-degree cant, so that's sort of your standard FBI 15 degrees. You can also get it with a straight, so you can go 0, you can go 15, and I think you probably can go just about anything in between those two. And there's an adjustment on the forward side where you can make an adjustment to the angle, so you can change that tilt. This holster is extremely well made, perfectly fit to the gun. I love the way the gun just snaps in and out. It's just an absolute perfect fit in every dimension. The gap all the way around where you see the gun against the holster, the gap is just perfect all the way around it. This is a precision formed holster. Uses manufacturing technology that's cutting edge for Kydex holster making. If you notice right here, there's this little part of the holster that goes just over the top of the magazine release. And again, that is, to me, a ingenious design, because what that does is that protects that magazine release from being pushed, but at the same time it does not totally obscure it. So the magazine release is not inside your holster. It's not obscured by the holster. If you wanted to release the magazine on a holstered gun, you still can. However, when you're wearing this holster, this tiny little bit of Kydex right there over the holster, over the magazine release, is going to protect it from being accidentally pressed. So I think that's an ingenious design element that was really clever. So the clip that comes with this holster fits a 1.5 to about 1 3/4 inch belt. So if you have a wider belt, like a 2-inch or long or wider belt, you might either want to consider a different belt, or you might want to call the folks at Multi-Holster and talk to them about the clip. I have a good feeling they probably have an option where they could give you a longer clip. The clip does a great job going over your belt, and the retention is very good. You can see that it holds the bottom side of the belt firmly. The clip is extremely strong. It is also Kydex, but this is very thick, incredibly thick Kydex. The holster is very comfortable to wear. You can wear this holster all day long in good comfort. It keeps the gun, again, protected against your body, against sweat. Now, the one thing I will say is, in the warm months, like right now, just the beginning of July right now, and if you wear this against bare skin, you are going to sweat where this holster is, because you're wearing, you're wearing plastic against your skin. So it will make you sweat, and it's going to get the holster wet, but it's not going to get the gun wet. One of the advantages of an all Kydex holster like this for inside the waistband carry, and this multi-holster Elite model in particular, is look how tight this holster fits this gun. You're adding nothing to the thickness. This holster is adding, probably 80 thousandths on either side, and that's it. Remember, all this clip and everything is outside the waistband. So not only the Glock 42, obviously, but there will be support for many other guns. Check the Multi-Holster's website. I'm going to put that information down in the information for this video. I'll put a link to the Multi-Holster website. Check their website for availability for different models. If you don't see what you need, I would urge you to contact them and make a request, because the more requests they get for a specific gun, the higher that gun goes on the list, the sooner the holster will be available. But this is top quality, top of the line. This is a really nice holster. Definitely one to check out.